I'm going to do the same, pretty much the same colors as the last video, but I also had some leftover yellow and this kind of magenta, kind of a magenta-y red. I think it's a mixture of a couple reds that I had left that I stuck in here. I marked them all with the G+S, which meant glue plus silicone. So I would know that the pouring medium I used was the glue and water mix. So, move these up a little. This one I'm gonna do, I don't even know what some of these are called, but it's kind of like a ribbon pour. You basically just randomly pour the paints on, and then I'm gonna do a swipe. So, I feel like a few little lumpies. So kind of squish that out. Okay. Let's see. We'll do brown. There probably is a science to the order that you pour these in relative to the color. Some colors like are heavier than others, and so it affects how they mix. If you put the heaviest one on top, it'll sink to the bottom and cause the bottom ones to pop up, and that kind of creates cells. But honestly, I don't really know much about that, so I'm not sure how that works. So this is just, again, I'm just kind of randomly pouring these on. This one. So I really like blue and brown together. And we'll see, I might not end up using these. I'll have to think about that. Let's do this one. Okay. And do the green. So I like to include at least one metallic-like paint when I do this. I just see another lump there. I don't know, big old chunk of paint. Let's see if I can get that off. So yeah, it's kind of important to mix your paints really well. Clearly I didn't quite do that, but you guys probably can't see it, but just a thicker glob of paint that just kind of, it'll kind of not flow well and it'll look funny. Okay, and then this is the metallic. Anyway, I do like to add a metallic-y, shimmery kind of color to every project, usually just because I like the effect of the metallics. I have tried some that are just mostly all metallic, and you know, those come out cool too, but a little different. So I think I'm going to use the yellow. I'm not so sure about the reddish magenta yet. Okay. So, also wanted to show you guys, this is one of my all-time favorite colors. I didn't use it in this project, but it's Deco Art Extreme Sheen, and it's called 24 Karat Gold. And Michaels did have it, and then they just redid all their paints. I'm not really sure what the scoop is there, but you can definitely get it on Amazon. And this one I use a lot. It's not in this one, but it's fun. Okay, so what we do here now we sort of have almost all the canvas covered, but you can see there's areas where we don't. So I'm gonna just slowly start tilting it from side to side. The idea is to basically get the whole canvas covered. So, and you know, it really doesn't, it's not like there's a pattern that I'm trying to keep. So, you know, I'm not like shooting for a certain style, because the pattern will come out when I do the swipe. So mainly just, you don't want to keep too much paint on the canvas either, because then it might crack when it dries. So that's another thing. Sometimes you end up with a lot of paint on the canvas with this technique, and you definitely want to make sure you pour some of that off. So like there's still some little spots of canvas, so I'm gonna tilt again. Okay. Oops, I see another big glob. That's not good. It's probably the same glob as before. But and yeah, I'm just gonna mess that up pretty bad. Oh well. We'll just fix it. Let's see. Put a little blue on that. So that's another thing with this technique. You can go back in and add a little color after you're done. And I'm gonna scrape that part off and see if I can fill this in a little bit better with the other paint. It is almost there. Da, 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 da. Still have some globs. Ugh. Okay, now I'm just trying to get off the rest of the corners because I didn't quite get off this corner. And also some of these globs might actually go off, which would be good. There we go. Help it along there. And this corner. You can fix the corners later, but since this one, you kind of have to get off a lot of paint, you might as well try and work it off now. Okay. So, my hands are really gross, so I'm gonna go wash them real quick. I'll be right back. So now I'm going to go ahead and torch this just to, and my torch doesn't work so good, but trying to get out all of the bubbles, and you can see some of the cells already popping out. I mean, some people like to keep their design like this and not swipe it. I like the swipe effect. And when I'm not doing a swipe, I prefer to either do a flip cup pour or just to pour like on the last video. Okay. There we go. Now the decision is what swipe color to use. So I have a couple different, I don't know, these are kind of what some techniques call cell activators, or swipe color in this case. And I've got white. That's not it. I don't even know where the white one went. So we'll just pretend like we're doing either brown or blue, because that's what I have made up. And these are Floetrol mixed with paint, and I usually use the Amsterdam paint. And most people say 1 part paint to 1 part Floetrol, but I am not really sure what I have used. This is Floetrol. You can get this at Lowe's. You can get it on Amazon. It's a little cheaper on Lowe's. Home Depot probably carries it too, but it's about $14 or $15 for this big jug. And you can also use this as a pouring medium. So instead of the glue and water, you can use Floetrol. Okay, so just to kind of make it fun, I'm gonna use 2 swipe colors and see how that goes. That sounds fun. And I'm gonna do it kind of at a little bit of an angle, just so. Basically, do that, and I'm gonna, this is an experiment, I'm gonna go down about an inch with the blue, do the same on this side. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Okay, now for swiping, so there's these big sheets of plastic that come when you buy a canvas pack at Michael's. The very front is covered with this. If you buy the big packs, the smaller packs don't seem to have this plastic, so I don't know. You can also use like the plastic covers that go in notebooks and stuff to make smaller ones. So anyway, sorry about that. I'm a little disorganized here. Anyway, this is one I cut down a little bit, so it's a little smaller. And you can also use, like I have some of these silicone spatulas. Actually, these might be kind of fun too. So this is from, I bought a cake spinner thing for another technique, and it came with these little things to decorate the side of a cake with. Maybe I'll use this. So I'll show you both techniques, but maybe see how I can do that. I can't find, I have some strips that I'm looking for, so that's why I'm acting all confused. Okay, here we go. So here's a strip. And I just cut this down into a strip. So I'm going to just show you what that looks like. So you go right to the middle of the brown area and drag it. You can mix it up and change direction, any number of things. So since I'm going to use this, I just wanted to kind of show you what that looked like. We're gonna go back and do this, and I'm gonna hope it works, but we can always reswipe. Okay. Yeah. You can see that I'm kind of mixing the pattern a little, like some of them I'm doing this way, that way, can kind of mix it up a bit. And this is definitely different. Okay. Okay. There's one side. Kind of like it. What do you guys think? This is kind of looking cool too. Darn it. I guess we're going for the swipe. So let's turn it around. Now, kind of thinking I lost a little bit of my brown. So I'm just going to try and add just a tiny bit more in order to do the swipe on this side. Usually, if you can split it, so you just use half on one and half on the other, but that didn't work out so well. Okay. No. Okay, this is just crazy. I set down my... Set down the tool. So, what did I do with it? You guys all saw me set it down. You know where it is. I can't find it. Dang it. What did I do with it? Well, I am just not having a good day here. I think I'm just getting too much sleep from this hanging out the house all day thing. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing, but... Okay, I don't know what I did with the swiping tool. Well, dang it. It's not good. If I wasn't videoing, I wouldn't care. Okay, it's gotta be here. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna look for it. I'll try and edit this out. That'll be better. While I'm thinking about this and looking, I'm gonna torch a little. Ah, got it. It's behind the other ones. Okay. We are gonna try this again. Okay, so I notice over on this side, there's some areas that don't have any paint on the sides, so I'm going to use my finger and kind of fill those in. And that kind of gives you an idea, I guess, of, you can kind of see where I did this other swipe. Even though I went over it, you can kind of see how it's evolving a little differently. Anyway, now I'm going to definitely torch it some more. Try and get some more cells out. Some people don't like cells as much, or they just like a few, and definitely if you torch it too much, you will definitely end up with a lot of small cells. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna try and tilt just a little, just to kind of add a little bit of randomness, I guess, to it. If you still have a lot of paint on your canvas, this should still tilt a little bit. This area definitely lost its composure there. I'm gonna run this wiper tool through it again. So that's the other thing. Sometimes you just do too much and you kind of ruin things. So, that's always an issue too. But we're gonna re-swipe a little. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, I like that a little better. This is a little wonky. Anyway, that's kind of the gist of it. You know, and at the end of the day, if you don't like it, when it dries, you can go back over the top. And that's all she wrote.